Welcome to Be Great Today, weekly inspiration to start your week. I'm Jonathan Bloom, or Frasley Sparkspan in World of Warcraft. Do you want to speak with an audience around the world? You might think that sounds very uncomfortable or difficult, but you have a viewpoint on something and you are very passionate about it. You have a unique perspective on the world. Are you interested in politics, video games, underwater basket weaving, or helping people understand something that may have happened to you like a stroke or donating a kidney? Your voice can and should be heard. Gary Monti said at a recent Ohio Podcasters Monthly Meetup that podcasting is from the heart, through the brain, and out the mouth. Podcasting continues the oral tradition of storytelling that has been going on for thousands of years, long before printed text. I have been following podcasts officially since about 2007. I started in the video blogging world, or now vlogs as it is known. I made scripted video content for a while. However, in June of 2017, I decided to start making weekly content. My content has amassed over 16,000 downloads and counting. I have 3 weekly podcasts, and you are listening to one of those right now. I believe you should start a podcast. Starting a podcast is a great way to build your communication skills and your confidence. It allows your perspective to be heard by many people. This episode is based on the persuasive presentation I made for college. Since starting my podcast, I have found that my confidence and self-esteem have gone up tremendously. At my recent ballroom dance competitions, I had way more confidence than I had before. I'm developing a thicker skin. You learn to build your viewpoints with podcasting. You learn not to worry about what others may think. You may experience criticism for what you say. I know I have. But you worry less about what others may think. Along with this confidence comes building up your communication skills. This is achieved through routine practice. The schedule of releasing your podcast episodes means you build routines. I have to work on my episodes each week. I get to practice communication every time I work on a podcast episode. I have looked at the work of many communicators we know now as being big and famous. They don't sound the same as they do in the present day. It took routine practice for them to build the skills. Effective communication is essential for life. Every day we communicate an idea in different groups. Communicating to a loved one that we care. Communicating to a server what we want for lunch. Communicating an idea at work, and so much more. Through podcasting, I learn what parts of my speech I want to improve. I learn how to become better at communicating ideas effectively. Finally, podcasting gets your voice heard. I mentioned earlier how my podcasts have over 16,000 downloads. That is way more people listening to me than I could have ever imagined. You are listening to me right now, and that humbles me greatly. You find something I'm saying intriguing enough to download this episode. Through podcasting, you can share your own perspective with an audience as large, or more likely, even larger than mine. One of the fascinating aspects of podcasting is how personal it is. An article in Inc. by Tanya Hall from August 10th, 2017, called 5 Reasons You Should Start a Podcast, mentions how podcasting allows you to, quote, build a personal connection with your audience, unquote. This is so true. The podcasts I listen to make me feel like I know the host. There was one host that passed away a few years ago, and I felt deeply saddened because I felt a connection to that host. I've had people talk to me from these shows, and they feel like they connected with me. It is a very relational medium. So today, I talked about why you should start a podcast. That it builds confidence, it allows you to improve your communication skills, and it enables you to get your voice heard, while also building a relationship with your audience along the way. I want to quote my friend Thyst, who said, quote, "It's opened doors for me that I could only ever dream about before," unquote. Podcasting is an amazing communication medium that anyone can get into. It opens so many doors, and it has changed my life, and I know it will change yours too. That is why you should start a podcast. Thank you for listening to this week's Be Great Today. You can find the show at be-great.today/48. If this episode has inspired you, and you know someone who can use inspiration on their journey, please share this podcast episode with your friends. Until next week, be awesome.
Want more awesomeness every week? Visit weeklyawesome.com. Weekly podcasts to make your week better. Remember to smile and be awesome.